Alright, so hey there Cosmic Warriors, and welcome back to my Mars series. So in today's video we are going to be discussing Mars in the sign of Taurus in order to describe the Mars in Taurus leader. Now before we do get started, if you would like to know more information all about Aries, so the archetype of Aries and the Mars signs and the Mars houses and the Aries houses and the first house within astrology, then I have created an ebook all about the archetype of Aries. So I'm going to provide a link to the download to that ebook in the description box below so you can pick up your copy today. So with all of those introductions out of the way, guys, let's do this. Okay, so I want you to imagine that the Mars signs are about to have a race against one another. The Mars in Taurus person, whenever the whistle goes, the whistle blows in order for people to shoot off, the Mars in Taurus may sort of stop for a second or contemplate for a second, just for a moment, and think, how long is this race? What do I win as a prize at the end of this race? Is it worth it? Is it really worth my time? See, the Mars in Taurus leader, they are going to be a lot more planned out and thought out in comparison to the Mars in Aries leader. Meaning that the Mars in Taurus leader wants to make sure that there is a plan in motion before they take action, before they show initiative. They're not just going to jump into a leadership role or jump into a new experience. They might even base their action plan on, for example, how much money am I going to earn from this? Is this plan secure enough? Will it provide me with physical security? Will I be dragged out of my own comforts and my own pleasures and my own security in order to take this position? Because if that's the case, then to be honest, I as the Mars in Taurus, I'm good. I'm okay with not accepting that promotion or not accepting that leadership role or position. See, the thing about Mars in Taurus is that they enjoy what's familiar to them, what's comfortable to them. So they are going to base their actions upon these things. So for example, if the Mars in Taurus is given a promotion, maybe they're approached by their boss or their manager and they say, Mars in Taurus, are you ready to step up to the plate? You're the chosen one, you're getting the promotion. You're the one who's going to lead this team, Mars in Taurus. Well, the Mars in Taurus will need some time in order to think that through before they accept that position. Now, it could be a matter of the Mars in Taurus has been deliberately going for this position for a long time. They've been really sticking at it because they really want that position, because they do see the value in it. So if that's the case, then most likely than not, they're going to accept the position and they're going to be that leader. But if it's something that they haven't really contemplated over, or it's not something that's really crossed their minds, they're just going to need some time in order to figure things out and carefully plan ahead, because they want to make sure that they're taking action with more deliberation. So if that new role or position lands them in a leadership position and they do feel ready for it, the Mars in Taurus leader is going to be one committed leader to that mission. They're going to be the types of leaders within that particular firm or company who really take the time with the employees, with the staff, with everyone that's involved. They're going to want to really make sure that everything is working in a routine way, in a structured way, the problems are being solved, issues are being solved. They're just going to be very attentive towards the atmosphere and towards the team that they are potentially leading. Furthermore, when it comes to commitment, they're going to be the types of leaders who aren't really going to show up late or do a half-assed job. They are going to follow things through till completion. They're going to finalize things. They're going to make sure that they're having those certain discussions with employees in order to get things done. They're just going to be solid, stable, leaders who are going to be committed to that mission or committed to whatever goal that it is that they are ultimately trying to achieve. So if we were to take this away from the workplace and into the family dynamics, then that Mars in Taurus is going to be a solid member within the family. They are going to be someone who really cares and provides for their family. They are going to want to make sure that their loved ones are supported. They're going to make sure that their loved ones know that they can depend on them, that they're very loyal to them. And when it comes to the physical relationships, okay, so sexual relationships in terms of Mars and the sex drive, well, Mars in Taurus, they're going to want to make sure that they are with someone who is secure, someone who is committed to them like they are committed to the partner. But they're also going to want to be able to enjoy the pleasures and the comforts of life with their partner as well. So if it is just taking some time to relax with their partner, then the Mars in Taurus is going to be very good at just saying, hey, you know what, I think we should go and do this together. We should go and have a spa day together, or we should go just out and have a nice hike and get some fresh air, you know, just get into nature together. That can really help revitalize us. Or they might just say to their partner, come on, like you've been doing so much work today, you're swept off your feet. Come on, Mars in Virgo, come on, Mars in Capricorn, sit down with me, relax a little bit, we'll enjoy this. They may see the Mars in Scorpio and think, do you know what, Mars in Scorpio, you just really need some time just to step away, you know, from the fact finding and the exposures that you're trying to, you know, bring out towards people that are shady. Come on, just step away from that for a while, Mars in Scorpio, and chill out with me. And this is also going to be a leader who invests time. They invest value into spending time with the ones that they care about. And even when it comes to being a leader within the workplace, if they are to be a leader, for example, of a select few, maybe 4 people in a team, then they're still going to invest much of their time and their energy into that. And they're also going to be the types of leaders who make sure that they pay attention to budgets and finances. So say, for example, it is that they're leading a team and it involves money. They're going to make sure that they're on top of the incomings and outgoings with the budget, with the finances. So the boss or the manager can certainly depend on the Mars and Taurus leader to lead within the financial realm. They're also going to be very good when it comes to just budgeting for themselves and earning money for themselves. They may be really good at planning out how much money they need for a certain event coming up, or they just might be really good at saving and budgeting. And when they do buy particular items or spend their money, they want to make sure that they spend their money on things that are good quality, things that are valuable to them. Now, of course, they do have the tendency of hoarding their items and their possessions and their valuables, and they may be the first person to say to you, if you take something from them, hey, that's mine, put it back. Put it back. I did not say you could use that. Yes, you do not want to get on the wrong side of a Mars and Taurus, because whilst they're very good at being able to control their anger, they still have no problem with saying it like it is and telling people, no, that's not cool. Put that back. Not. Though still, you know what? If you are on their good side, then they're going to be very generous and giving, I think. So if you get on well with the Mars and Taurus, then they're going to be more prone to saying, yeah, of course, yeah, fine, yes, you can buy that, yeah, go for it, go for it. Ultimately, when it comes to money overall and materials and things like that, they're very good at budgeting, they're very good at saving, they're very good at investing. For example, if they want to buy a house or they want to buy a car, they are going to put those steps in place in order to get that house, in order to get that car. And if you try to get in the way of them when they're really going for that, because of course this is Mars, they can then use their combative energy to tell you, back off. No, this is mine. This is my prize. You're not taking this from me. I will stand my ground. This is what I want. But for the most part, you know, the Mars and Taurus leader, they are going to be very calm. And actually ways that can help them with them remaining calm could be gardening, for example. So doing things to just help them relax and unwind and to take their mind off other responsibilities in their lives. Gardening could be one, clay, art could be another one, pottery could be another, weaving, like I said, getting out into nature, painting could be one, or singing. Singing could be a way actually to help them relax. They might actually have a passion when it comes to singing, but with gardening and plants can be just a certain thing that they do with nature to help them reconnect more with the earth, and this helps them remain grounded, and from them remaining grounded they can become calmer and a lot more at ease. As leaders as well, they are going to be patient leaders. So if they decide that they're going to lead a team, or even within their home environment or between their loved ones, their spouse, they're going to be patient within that firm. They're going to be patient with their partner or their spouse. The Mars in Taurus leader may also be great at cultivating the skills and talents from others. So whilst we have the Mars in Aries, they're very good at cultivating the strengths and helping others reach their personal best and reach their targets and their goals. It's the Mars in Taurus that is more based upon skills, based upon talents. The Mars in Taurus that can then see the skills and talents in others and then use their leadership as a way to really bring that out of others and see, whoa, you're really good at that. I think you're so good at that. You should definitely go for that. You should definitely pursue that for yourself, because I see that talent. So if we were to bring this into a firm or an organization, they may notice that some people within that firm have certain skills. And so from seeing that particular skill and how well that person is performing that skill, they can assess that and see, is that person really good at this role? Do they have the skills for this role? Because if not, then how do we get them the training that they need in order to be good at that role? Or how do we get somebody else to replace this person instead? So I guess this is where patience can really come in as well, because the patience from the Mars and Taurus leader can help then people who want to work on their skills, build upon their skills. So you're not going to have a Mars and Taurus leader knocking on your door saying, hey, I've got this project for you, it's 10 pages long, you have to do it within the next hour, go. So they're going to be quite good when it comes to time management, and they're going to see the value and quality in the work that the people that they're leading, so the work that they're doing, they want to make sure that they're producing valuable quality material, quality outcome. And because they are very good at controlling their anger, they will be really great when it comes to emergencies and remaining calm if there are particular emergencies within that particular firm. And even when it comes to their loved ones, if there's an emergency happening within the home, then they're going to be really good at taking charge of that emergency by remaining calm, remaining reserved through it, understanding that people exploding, people getting super emotional about the situation may not be helpful. And you know what, guys? They can also make great leading singers. So we have the likes of Mariah Carey, Mars and Taurus, we've got Celine Dion, we've got Michael Jackson, Madonna. These four artists are all lead singers. They are strong leaders just when it comes to that industry. I mean, I've heard of all four of these people, and I'm sure if you're watching this, you've heard of all of these people as well. So perhaps in a way, this is their talents and their skills of singing coming together with Mars, but it's Mars that's wanting to lead within that role, or maybe be an individual within that role, or be a solo, to be a solo singer. A great example actually of this is Kanye West. So Kanye West has his Mars and Taurus, but he's also a Cancer rising, and he has an Aries midheaven. So with that in itself, it's showing that midheaven point, yes, there's already so much of that drive and that leadership going into his career, but then it's the Mars in Taurus that is being a leader within his rapping, within his songwriting, within his producing. And with that 10th house Aries energy, it's showing the abilities when it comes to his entrepreneurship. But you know what? It doesn't even necessarily have to be that the Mars in Taurus goes and they assert their energy into singing and that's what they want to do with their lives. They want to initiate that action plan for their lives. It could just be simply that they enjoy singing as a pleasurable thing. And when it comes to what the Mars in Taurus desires, well, they're going to take action on those things as well. So if it is that they desire someone sexually, because this is of course Mars and the sex drive, if they desire someone sexually, they are going to be patient with that. They're like, I want you, I'm sexually attracted to you, I desire you, so yes, I'm gonna wait for it as long as I need to. Or if their desire is to be a boxer, right, so to earn money through the likes of boxing, because Mars is also to do with fighting, well, they are going to put in the time into training in order to become a great boxer. And the perfect example of someone here is Muhammad Ali. He had his Mars in Taurus, but he also had that Mars conjunct his midheaven, and he was a professional boxer. It could even be a matter of fighting being a particular skill for the Mars in Taurus. So if we were to take Lucy Lawless, for example, she's a triple Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising with her Mars in Taurus. And Lucy Lawless, she was Cena the Warrior Princess, the ultimate fighting warrior who I loved whenever I was a kid. And what's further interesting about this is that Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey, so they both have their Mars in Aries. I included them in the Mars in Aries video, but they are more directed towards MMA fighting. Whereas Muhammad Ali, he's got Capricorn energy and Taurus energy, and he's more directed to the boxing. So it's a lot more specialized within the boxing part of it. So it's more limited, I suppose you could say. So whereas the MMA suits the Mars in Aries because it's a lot more explosive, it's a lot faster paced, and there's more variety. With the Mars in Taurus energy and boxing, it suits better because it's just more specified in that particular thing. The Mars in Taurus leader may also do really well when it comes to culinary arts or food. So they may go on to make great chefs or cooks or food critics. But even if they don't decide that they want to lead when it comes to cooking and things like that, they might actually just be really great leaders within the kitchen overall. So I definitely wouldn't want to be in the kitchen when a Mars in Taurus is making their food. They might also take the lead when it comes to decorating their home. So when it comes to interior design, this is because this is a Venus impact here. So they might have a really good eye when it comes to what textures look good with which colors and patterns, just how it all feels and how it all blends together and synthesizes. They can certainly lead when it comes to design, when it comes to beauty even. You may find that Mars and Taurus leaders may get into the likes of modeling or fashion. They could be runway models who really lead the show forward. Ultimately, guys, the Mars in Taurus leader is going to be a leader who runs things through until completion if they have started a project, and they will make sure that they plan ahead before entering into a new venture or into a new experience. Yes, they may come across as stubborn, and yes, they may get stuck in a rut from time to time, but eventually, whenever they get moving, they will move so in a simple and uncomplicated way. Whilst, yes, they're going to make great leaders within a particular company or a firm or a business, they will make sure that they take promotions or make certain changes based upon the value that that change or that promotion is going to provide. Alright then, Cosmic Warriors, so that concludes my video on Mars in Taurus, describing the Mars in Taurus leadership. Thank you all so much for watching, thank you for subscribing, and of course if you would like to see more videos from myself, then go right ahead and click the subscribe button, and I will be back with another video very, very soon.